In this video, we'll go over the installation of the SSX23 CNC Trigger. For this installation, you will need a PH1 screwdriver, 1.5mm hex key, tweezers if you have some, and the CNC trigger itself. Let's get started and move these things out of the way. Rock back the slide and remove the slide catch. You can use a screwdriver if it's a little bit tight. Next, remove the slide by pulling it forwards and up and put it aside. We won't be needing it for this installation. Take the 1.5mm hex key and push out the pin just right above the fake safety switch, right here. This pin is designed to go only one way, so make sure you push it out from the left side out on the right side. Take the PH1 screwdriver and remove this screw. Place your fingers on the nozzle bars on both sides like this and remove the trigger box from the frame. You might need to pull the trigger a little bit to make it easier to remove. Flip the trigger box around and place it on the table. Use the PH1 screwdriver to remove all the screws from the side. On the SSX23 and clones, it's going to be 2 screws, but on the Tokyo Marui, I believe it's 3. Just remove all of them. Carefully open both sides of the trigger box. Be mindful about these 2 springs when opening it up. They tend to go flying if not taken care of. It's generally a good idea to untension the top one using a pair of tweezers. Next, unclip this spring from the trigger bar. Using the 1.5mm hex key, partially unscrew the screw that's holding together the trigger bars. We need to loosen it just enough to be able to replace the trigger. Lift up the top side trigger bar from the trigger and rotate it up. We can now remove the old trigger from the trigger box assembly. Push the long end of the spring towards the front, releasing the tension, and fully remove the pin from the trigger. It should slide out with little to no force. We can now put the old trigger away while keeping the spring and replace it with the new one. Before proceeding with the installation, make sure that the front grub screw on the CNC trigger is almost flush with the front surface. Now all that's left to do is to do these steps in reverse with the new trigger. Reinstall the spring as follows and slide in the pin from the side. Pull the spring by the tip to tension it back in its place. Reinstall the trigger by aligning the trigger bar and the pin. Then reinstall the trigger bar on the trigger. While keeping the tension on the trigger bars in the hammer area, tighten up the screw that's holding the trigger bars together. Using the index finger, tension the spring back in its place, hooking it by the top side trigger bar. As the last step before closing up the trigger assembly, we need to reinstall the valve knocker spring. Make sure that the bottom side is still sitting correctly in its place, like so. Hold it in place using your thumb, and using tweezers, tension the leg back in its place, just like so. And while we're at it, just double check that the sear spring is also in its place. Take the other half of the trigger box casing, align it with all the pins, and push it in place. Next, reinstall all the screws while being extra careful not to over-tighten these. SSX23 and other clones sometimes even come with stripped threads directly from the factory, but thankfully they don't matter that much. All that's left to do is to reinstall the trigger box back in the frame. Take the solid nozzle arm without the cutout and install it on the right side, and the one with the cutout on the left side, just like so. While holding the trigger bars in place, take the lower frame and start reinstalling the trigger box by aligning the trigger in the opening. Pay attention to the back side of the frame where the 2 prongs are. It might help to slightly pull the trigger to make the trigger box slide in its place. Reinstall the pin on the back from the right side with the smooth part of the pin going in first. Push it flush using the screwdriver. Finally, reinstall the screw in the front using the PH1 screwdriver. You can now go ahead and make sure that the trigger is working as it's supposed to. In case the trigger is not properly resetting, just watch the video until the end where we explain how to adjust the trigger. To adjust the trigger pre-travel, pull the trigger halfway to access the grub screw with the 1.5mm hex key. With the grub screw being flush with the trigger surface, it will have a maximum amount of pre-travel. To reduce the pre-travel, turn the screw counterclockwise. Keep in mind that if you adjust it beyond a certain point, the trigger will no longer reset properly, which looks something like this. In such case, you might need to dial it back a little bit to find the sweet spot where there is minimal pre-travel, but it still cycles properly. The screw comes with the thread glue pre-applied, but it's not a bad idea to reapply it before making the final adjustments and allowing it to cure for 24 hours. As always, in case you run into any issues, feel free to reach out to us via support email or our Facebook page. See you next time.